Good evening. Just a wrap-up of the council meeting for the City of Grand Rapids. On the consent agenda this evening, we had a couple of interesting ones. We did accept a donation from the Grand Rapids Amateur Hockey Association, $15,000. We certainly thank them for that donation to the city. We sold some assets out at the golf course, some old carts and stuff that have been in operation out there for 30-plus years were sold, and as we did at the last council meeting, we approved the purchase of some additional assets out there. We had the final approval of a change order 1, the balancing change order for final payment on Benson Lane. We authorized the mayor and clerk to execute a MnDOT agreement for airport improvements in the amount of almost $26,000, so that was another good thing. And then we approved a temporary liquor license for the Grand Rapids Player for an event at the MAC coming up here. On the regular agenda, the department head report this evening was Barb Baird, Finance. I think the key takeaway from Barb's wrap-up of where we are through 3/4 of the year in the city of Grand Rapids is that we're basically on budget in all departments. We're a little bit over in some, maybe a touch behind. The key is gonna hinge on Public Works. If we can maintain a decent fall without a lot of snow, of course that's going to help hold those costs down. And so we're certainly rooting for an above-average temperature in the fall here. Under administration, one of the things that we've done, we started 8 years ago when I came on the council. There had not been pay increases for the council for a long period of time, and we went through a struggle trying to decide what the compensation for the mayor and council members should be. So we made an adjustment at that point in time, and since then we have not had a pay raise for the council or the mayor. One of the things that we had looked at is that going forward, according to our bylaws now, every 2 years prior to an election, we will look at the Consumer Price Index, and it will automatically trigger that our administration staff, our city administrator Tom Pagel, would bring that forward and say, here's what it would be if you're going to vote an increase for the mayor or the council. Keep in mind that these all have to coincide with an election. We do not give adjustments in pay for council positions without it being known, so that people can take that into consideration when they go out and vote. So with an election coming up here next Tuesday, please get out and vote. This needed to come up tonight. I think with a 2-2, I would have to brush up on that, but I believe that is a vote that is a failure. So for the next 2 years, the council will be where we've been at from the last 6 years. So we will stay at the same rate of pay for 2 years, and it will automatically come up again 2 years from now for reconsideration, and only go back for 2 years of CPI numbers to look at as far as what an increase would be. So I think that was a good thing. Renee Patro completed her introductory period as an accountant in the finance department. Paid the bills, and we had a public hearing. Eric and Christina Anderson are looking at the old, if folks in town know where the old pitch and putt used to be, up on 21st Street past Target, behind Target. They're looking at moving their yoga and Pilates and a spa over in there, building a facility out there on that old pitch and putt property, and we're excited about that. Can't wait to see it going. I know a lot of folks will be looking at using that as accommodation for stretching and stuff. Can always do a lot of stretching. So with that, we will see you again in 2 weeks. Have a good, safe week and evening, and once again, please get out November 4th and vote. Thank you.